We should be live any minute. Let me adjust this.
Just plugging this in. Ah, crap.
Hold on, where is it?
Where is you? Where is you at?
While you're here, the echo's going to be horrible. Oh, I was just asked to stream a Bible study. I doubt we'd get a lot of viewers. That's
Hold on.
What are you trying to do, bro?
I'm gonna move away.
I don't understand.
Why the smart key is so dumb? I pressed menu.
Alright, well, whatever you say, Chief. Let's see.
You still got me, right?
I do not hear you. Still don't hear you. I don't hear you. Hold on. Let me try. Hold on. Don't do anything just yet because I'm also adjusting something here. So that might be causing some of it. What did you do different? Like, what did you...
I just exited out. I just didn't exit when I left the app to return on YouTube. I was hoping it would continue to play in the background.
I don't think it is.
So I'm going to leave the chat. We'll leave the party and I'm going to come back in.
Okay.
How about now?
I still don't hear anything.
I'm getting your
Oh, wait, no, I got you. I got you. Hold on. Speak again.
speaking again.
There you go. I hear you now.
I'm pulling up on my,
Let me know when you've got eyes on it. That way I know you're ready to go.
so you'll be able to see the chat. Alright. Pulling it up.
That's what you got to do. Awesome. All right. Switch back over to the right screen here. Get me something to drink. All right. I am hearing a little bit of myself as an echo. Let me close the door here and see if that fixes it.
Alright.
All right. Yeah, I can't hear myself now, but can I hear you? Speak. Awesome. Excellent. Okay, stop blowing up, Ken Poolcleeth. I am not inviting anyone right now. Do it again, and I'm going to have to block you. Please, stop. Thank you. All right. I'm not inviting anyone tonight. We're still testing audio options right now. So mostly tonight, until we get an audio thing working, like an audio system working, so that we don't have any echoes or audios or any issues like that, we're going to just be doing it solo for a little while. Don't worry. Once we get all that working and once we get our internet functioning, we'll be able to invite people on and do streams and stuff with other people. But my NAT type doesn't allow me to invite people very often. And besides, I don't really want to go through the process of other people inviting me to groups, since it's invite other people anyway. That's usually the way I roll. But anyway, Lark, how we doing in chat? I can hear you too. So once your chat is set up, we'll go forward with it. Okay. Yeah, messing everything up once we're trying to get things started. Am I right? While we're waiting on Lark to get that set up, I'm going to see about this new execution that they've released. Let's take a look at that. I've heard that it's a banger for PK, so let's see PK use it. Oh, new ornament? What's that? Cool. Where is it? Beautiful. Here, y'all. Nice. Very sick. Throws the dagger into the gut, jumps and spins, and then decapitates. How would I grade that? First of all, the throw isn't that good. I'm not gonna lie, that throw is pretty weak. She didn't follow through with the throw. Like, what she did was she threw her arm out straight hand. That's not a good follow through. Plus, it's underhanded. I don't really believe it would be able to go in with much force, if any. So there's that, and then there's the spinning. You definitely build up more momentum and have a better chance of decapitating doing that, but with such a small short sword, I don't know if you'd be able to. It's more believable than some decapitations I've seen, so I'll give it that at least. And it does fit PK. I'll get it for, but I would probably grade it as a 7 or 6 out of 10. I'd have to really analyze it, like really break it down to decide what I think. All right, bro, you on? All right. Give you a bit more time. Hoity-toity-do. Sorry, Chad, I know you're probably bombarding me with stuff, but I can't see anything yet. Because Lark's still getting his act together. He'll be ready in a minute. I'll go ahead and get rid of some of this that I don't need. Add some of that. There we go. And I don't mean to be mean about that kind of stuff, but when I do start streaming and adding people in, I will gladly invite people early or on. Like, what I'll say is I'll reach out to some people and say, hey, I'm going to be streaming later tonight or something like that. Would you like to join? And then I will invite you once we've got all that set up. But if you just blow up my screen with invitation, like I just got it one after the other, and after a while I'm like, I now no longer want to invite you because you're blowing up my screen. So that gets a little irritating. But not trying to be mean, it's just one of those things, you know. We doing okay there, Lark? How long you think you're going to be figuring that out? All right, all right. Waiting on that. Might have to pull up chat on my phone to just see what people are saying. Alright, give me just a second, I'll pull it up on my phone. Let's see. Yeah, you got that stupid ad going. There we go. How's your week been, Raven? It's been busy. It's just been a very busy week. I'm glad to have a day off. Yeah, I'm not inviting anyone for a while just because we got a lot of, first of all, got a lot of internet issues over here. The internet's choppy whenever I invite people on for anything. Even just casual play, it doesn't like to keep people on. I've been kicked out of at least 2 DBD sessions and 3 for honor sessions, like for no reason other than you know, just wants to be. Oh, you're good. You're on now, Lark. Gotcha. Gotcha. Hey, no worries for the invite spam, guys. Just I will let y'all know when I'm ready to start inviting people again. That's what that'll be. This was unexpected, but you did say your Bible study was canceled tonight in a recent post. How can you say this was unexpected? Did you not see the post? Everyone was voting for honor. Like, I think it was, what, 87% or something? Like, I think most everyone was expecting me to play For Honor. All right, Lark. Wait, what's this? Ah, the Vikings won. What a surprise. Does anyone care anymore? And, like, does anyone even care anymore? Like, oh, look, I got 2 scavenger crates. Whoopee. Like, I care so little. All right, got a lot of orders. Let's see how many of these we can knock out. All right, so Strong Slayer, Adaptable Warrior, and Exotic Warrior. Let's do it. Strong Slayer, that means I better go a heavy. Do that heavy thing, though. Awesome. Okay, so on the team we got a... Oh, it looks like this one's not going to work out because it looks like it's 2 DVD players, an Assassin's Creed Black Flag player, and no one else. I don't think it's going to give us a match off of that unless someone joins like right now. The heavy... Well, of course, I will play a heavy boy. But which heavy boy? I see. Well, Conk is pretty close, I must admit. So let's go ahead and do Conk. I will lose. I will do very, very horribly, but I will give the Conk-a-Donk some love. Should it be female or male? What do you think, Lark? We got the female here. We got the male here. Would you... All right, male it is. We got that male action. The mailman. Oh, and we're still going to be fighting against the, I think the 2 DVD players are friends. I assume. By the way, guys, in chat, let us know, how's the audio sound? Are you getting an echo? Are you able to hear us okay? Is this more clear than normal? Like, how is this different from an average stream? Like, let us know, because we've been experimenting with sound options. They can't hear you, Lark? Guys, can you let us know in chat if you cannot hear Lark? Okay, that blows. Well, I mean, how... Well, okay, well, go fix the issue. Lark thinks he found a way for y'all to hear him. Like I said, this is highly experimental. All right, let us know. Let us know, guys. We lost Zone A. We took Zone C.
All right, let's try it now.
Can you hear us? Oh,
Test.
good move.
There we go. That should fix the problem. He is audible. And I use the Audible app. What you gonna do about it?
Ooh, good move. Ah, crap. I hear a lot of rustling. Everything okay there, bro?
Rustling? Uh-oh.
Whoa, what was that noise?
Who can say?
Okay, so what that chat be doing, though?
Alright, let's see. Oh, Lark is alive. Lark is better.
Lark has returned.
Indeed. So that's not getting echo.
Ah, gosh, they're all ganking in zone. I hate this map. It's one of my least favorites. It really does pigeonhole you.
Yeah, I'm afraid it do be like that sometimes. Yes, I am in another room instead. We're trying so that there's no echo. That's what we're trying to get. Oh, Crippling Vibe says be prepared for a Pollyon. You might come back, man.
Ah, crap. He's a light parry god.
Probably a PC player.
Yeah, probably. I think they're all PC players. Let me check. Yeah, they all are. The entire enemy team looks like they're PC players, and it looks like only one of them is taking an L. Well, what I hate is the reason I despise this map so much is it is just a linear map. There's no balance. Oh yeah, 2 of my team just quit. What a surprise. This is genuinely one of the worst maps in the game as far as I'm concerned.
I think my personal least favorite would probably be the bridge.
The bridge is annoying, but I find this more annoying. Like, just look at the score, and there's no way to fix it because they're just all going to sit and see and just wait for us to go there and then gank us when we get there. Like, that's why I hate this map so much.
Yeah, and Raven, do you prefer Eastern or Western ogres?
Eastern. Because Western ogres, tell me the difference between a Western ogre and an Eastern ogre without using the word Shrek.
I mean, you kind of got a point there. Well, a little bit of a party over there.
Oh. Well, it's just the way it is. These guys only make their kills by ganking. I'm willing to bet that those 2 DBD players only play survivors. They coordinate as a team and just go survivor on everybody, and then they butt dance at the exit gate.
To quote one of my favorite Total War games, a shameful display.
It is. Yeah, look at them. See, they're just going to gank up on as a 3-man team.
Interesting from theory from regulators. He says it's theorized that the word ogre comes from the French word for Hungarian, which that's actually kind of funny. Did the BP just strip your revenge shield right before it ended?
Yep.
They can do that. I call guys like these death ballers. Interesting, Trey boy. Interesting. Yes, Jaguar, they did get a really cool.
Yeah, you guys are really good. And there went the teammate who has the only kill on the team right now. Wow.
They're asking you, how would you fix the map?
How would I fix the map? Delete it. Yep, and now my other teammate just quit. I'm the only one playing right now. And they're emote spamming, definitely survivors. And you're going to throw a grenade and just, yeah, okay. Good job, guys. Good job. And emote spam for good measure. Guys, I'm not going to lie. Earlier today I was playing Dead by Daylight. I played Killer. I dealt with the exact same thing all match. Just emote spamming, body blocking, pieces of crap. It's just the way it is. And this game, like especially this map, does nothing to discourage it. All right. Good game, guys. You were really good at ganking.
Yep. Oh, the last Skylander makes a very good point. Eastern ogres aren't like onions.
No, they're not. They're definitely not. Eastern ogre. Here's the thing. when we think of ogres in a Western context, ogres in a Western context are more like trolls or goblins. They're some kind of evil force or evil race that is designed to be an enemy that eats people, that kind of thing. But with Eastern ogres, you know, your Oni, for example, from Japan, they are designed to be more as guardians, entities, not necessarily of evil, although they can be of evil, usually are seen as evil, because it's believed that a person who's done a lot of evil things will die and come back as an... Oh, wow, no one wanted to play with you two anymore? I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. Bye. So when a person died and did enough evil things, they would come back as an Oni. That was a belief. But later on, as I said in my video about Shugoki, Oni have kind of taken on a different context in popular culture. They've become less monstrous man-eating creatures and more guardians or symbols of guardians, you know, that kind of thing. Like Tio, Nezuko, these Onis that have just kind of taken on a life of, you know, protectors more so than anything else. Alright, I've done Conk. That didn't work out. Let's go Fat Man this time, since that was the next request. And I didn't get a single kill with Conk, so, yeah, that if y'all are Conk fans out there, don't look to me as your patron saint. I'm terrible with Conk.
The last time I played Conk, dude, I was like, I'm out of this. It was like after a long break of practice. I'll give PvP a try again. I was like, yeah, no, never again. Then I went back, because of course I did.
Well, there's some gods who play Conk. You know, they just pick up Conk and then they just destroy everything.
For just about every hero, there's some guy that's just going to be beasting at it because that's all they do. Because
well, remember I talked about it in my I talked about it in my video about whether or not For Honor sucks when I did that response video, and this guy was just bitching, oh, you know, these people, they just play one hero and they're just so good. Who do you think will win if you have a guy who plays all the heroes versus a guy who just plays one hero? And I'm like, are you complaining that there are some people who just prefer to stick with one hero and learn everything there is to know about them and thus do really well as that hero? Is that really what we're complaining about? And his argument is, no, I feel like what you should do is the real experience of For Honor should be to play all characters. You feel that way, but the beauty of the game is you can do it how you want. Yes, you could play all the heroes if you want to, like I do. Or you can just pick one that really speaks to you and play them exclusively. I don't see why that should be discouraged. It may not be the way you like it, but you shouldn't discourage them from playing that way. It's kind of like in DBD when survivors complain about killers using iridescent Moris, or killers complaining about survivors using decisive strike. You may not like it, but why shouldn't they do it just to give you gratification? Why do people have to adjust the way they play the game to satisfy you? All right, you involve me, Raider.
Hey Raven, are there Eastern trolls or are they only known as ogres?
When defining it, like, here's the thing. There's no specific comparison that you could make. Like, what I mean by that is this. There are it's not that there are trolls, it's that there are yokai and oni and just your typical kind of evil race or monster or gremlin creature, and they could be what you consider a troll. But honestly, even in the West, we kind of get our ideas of trolls and ogres mixed up. Like, if you asked a person in the West, hey, what's a troll? Oh, it's this. What's an ogre? Oh, it's this. Aren't they kind of similar? Well, yeah, but they're called different things.
I believe the correct response is actually Let's see.
Good dodge.
Request to see Revna later tonight.
We can probably do Revna. And the light spam comes.
The light spam cometh. What do you expect from a glad?
Give me a hug.
Everyone loves hugs.
And we got him. Get on your face.
I wonder, okay, this is from is the white snake demonized in Japanese/Chinese folklore?
Oh, the white snake?
White snakes.
I don't know nearly as much about shirohebis, which are white snakes in Japanese, as I've seen the movie White Snake, the animated Chinese movie White Snake. Great movie, by the way. Like, really underrated movie.
Static Ethan's going out on a limb here saying that trolls are supposed to be a general term, while goblins, ogres, etc. are types.
Perhaps.
I think that depends on, like, the fantasy, honestly.
It does, honestly. Like, could you really say that an ogre... Like, could you say that a goblin in J.R.R. Tolkien's world is the same as a goblin in That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime? They're both small green humanoids. Can you really say they're the same thing?
Are we going to get, like, this, like, a sort of Plato thing, a featherless biped as a man, and then Diogenes going to run in with a plucked chicken going, behold, a man.
Oh God, don't start doing that. Don't bring in Diogenes into this. I didn't ask for this.
He invites himself. But we haven't heard anything from him in, like, 2.5 millennia, so I think you're good. Jaden, yo, what up? It's your boy.
Who said that?
Jaden Jackson.
And he's dead.
Hey, Raven Lark, do you think humanity can become a stellar empire?
Doubtful. We can't even become an earthly empire.
Yeah, like, actually, like, one thing I think, if we do, like, get the ability to, like, travel and colonize other planets, it'll probably very much kind of like our own era of colonialism, where basically you have different countries going out and colonizing planets themselves. It's like, just because we're going out and colonizing stuff doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do it as a singular government on Earth. Ooh, here's the real question from Mal. Raven, what do you think of Spy X Family?
Love Spy X Family. I loved the manga when I first started reading it, and I love the anime. It's so good.
It's just like one of the most wholesome things you'll ever see. It's just great. Oh, aesthetic.
Oh crap! I'm dead! I'm dead! Dang it! Ah, I came so close. I almost survived that whole ordeal. That would have been awesome.
But alas, 'twas not meant to be.
Continue with your question.
No, Aesthetic Ethan says, well, I'm probably going to start college next month. Do wish me luck and give me some advice. Well, good luck. And as far as advice goes, my advice is just don't let work pile up.
Yeah,
Because, like,
definitely.
particularly like, around midterms and finals area, it will pile up, and you're just like, where did the time go? Try and knock things out as quickly as you can.
Oh no, for sure. I think that one of the biggest things that you're going to have to deal with when in college is not only peer pressure, but like you're going to want to be lackadaisical. You're going to want to let things get away from you. That's definitely going to happen. It happened to all of us. What I would definitely recommend is don't let that happen. You know, oh crap, don't let that happen to you. Just get things done in a timely manner. Oh, hi Raider, you want to play too, huh?
Of course he does. Oh, Jaguar Warrior is asking, what is Spy X Family?
It is a manga and now anime that I adore.
Yeah, tell him the basic premise.
Okay, so here's the setup. Hold on, let me deal with this guy. There, you're dead. That's for earlier, you dirtbag. Hold on, let's make this really painful. Sorry. Crap. Anyway, okay, so Spy X Family follows this premise. It's kind of like a retold version of West Germany versus East Germany. And in this, there's like this shadow war going on, and you have this spy whose code name is Twilight. And he just is a master of disguise, a master of getting intel and being secretive, that kind of thing. He's the best spy that the East has to offer. He's been sent over to the west side where he has a job. Sorry, I got it mixed up. He's gone over to the east side where he has a job. There's this guy who he needs to get information on because he has information that could spark up a huge war. And he needs to get information. But the only way to get information, because this guy's super secretive, is to infiltrate a school's parent social gathering that goes on every year. Because what this guy's son attends this very prestigious, very elite school, and since he's so reclusive and secretive, he never leaves his home or accepts visitors other than to go to the school for its social gatherings. And he needs to infiltrate the school, and the only way to do that is to have a kid enter the school and thus have the kid become a stellar student so that they can attend the social gatherings. But he doesn't have a kid and has never wanted a kid because he doesn't think a spy should be tied down by such things.
Just keep headbutting, man.
I don't have time for you. You just gonna dodge around and heal yourself? I'm gonna use a bow and arrow. Anyway,
Should have killed him with it.
so what he does is he goes over there and he adopts a persona as Mr. Forager, and he goes to this orphanage to pick up a girl, and he finds a little girl named Anya, who is a telepath. She is a telepath. She was part of a secret governmental experiment, and she can read people's minds. But she's worried that if anyone finds out about her ability to read minds, it will send her right back to the facility, or they won't want to keep her. And she reads his mind and finds out that he's a spy, and she thinks he's the coolest thing ever. So she wants to be adopted by him. So she tries to trick him into adopting her because she knows, she knows that he's looking for an intelligent kid to adopt, and so she does a crossword puzzle in front of him and uses his knowledge to solve the crossword puzzle since she reads his mind. Good light, Perry. Dead. I'm dead. Oh, I'm alive! No! Yes! No! Oh, God dang it! Anyway, that was a weird fight. Okay, so, he adopts her, and the real humor of the episode, the real humor of the first bit is her being able to read his mind and they both misunderstand each other constantly. Like, for example, while he's holding her hand, he thinks, with one hand tied down, I won't be able to handle a sudden ambush very easily from enemies. She hears that thought and thinks, wait, there are enemies after him? So she runs to hide, and she's like, I'm hiding! And then he goes, why is she hiding? Did I say something to upset her? Like, I need to understand children better, that kind of thing. Then he goes, in order for me to save the world, I need to understand this girl. She goes, wait, him understanding me will bring world peace? And so she says, I like peanuts and I don't like broccoli, that kind of thing. The communication issue is all messed up. But anyway, he manages to get her to pass the first exam to get into school. Great, right? That's awesome. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, so that's great. She managed to get through the first exam, but now they've got to go through a family interview, right? The family has to be interviewed to see if they're right for the school. But a mother has to be involved too, so now he has to find a temporary fake wife. Fortunately for him, he meets this socially awkward girl who works at the Capitol, named Yor, who is in need of a fake boyfriend/husband to keep up appearances because it turns out she is a trained assassin. And to make sure no one finds out about what she does in her evenings, she needs a fallback plan. And in this case, it is a boyfriend. So she gets with him so that they can create a phony marriage together. And again, it is hilarious. It is really, really funny because the two constantly misunderstand each other. She's trying to hide her identity from him. He's trying to hide her identity from her. And Anya's trying to hide her identity from all of them, but she knows what all of them are, and she's trying to keep the two together while still not truly understanding what's going on. It's an incredibly hilarious manga. I do recommend it. It is very, very good.
Yeah, even if you're not a big fan of general anime or manga stuff, this one's genuinely one that I think even non-anime fans would actually enjoy.
Agreed. Oh, so one of them's taking A.
Well, tell them to stop it.
Better fix this right now.
So it's slice of life? Not really, because it's like there is some intense moments. There is an overall plot that they're trying to follow, but it does have a lot of elements from a slice of life, and to a degree, even a romance one. Trained assassin trope kind of cliche. Not the way they do it. Not the way they do it.
Dang it. Well, Lord knows I tried. Just gank, boys, gank. Oh well. That's kind of the name of the game. The best gankers win the matches. That's why I don't win a lot of matches. I'm not a good ganker.
Nina asked, "Hi, Mr. Raven. I do, Mr. Raven. So I came across your vids about comparing the Chinese pirate to Blackbeard of all people, and I wanted to ask, and maybe debate a bit. Did you ever mention Black Bart?"
I didn't mention Black Bart in the video. Black Bart was genuinely a really awesome pirate. He did a lot of amazing things, very stellar things. The reason I brought up Blackbeard is not because I have anything against Blackbeard, or because I didn't think Black Bart would be a good example of a good pirate to use. The reason...
Black Bart is a English stage coach, Robert.
Oh, I thought it was... And who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of the guy off the coast of Africa,
Didn't he go by Black Bart? Didn't he go by Black Bart too?
No, I don't think he did. Like, he was Bartholomew, but he didn't go by Black Bart.
I'm sure there was a pirate named Bart somewhere in there. No, I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. I'm positive that exists. Let me see. Pirate...
Bartholomew Roberts, Black Bart, so yeah.
Ah, yes! Got you! Son! It's what it is.
So there's actually two Black Barts.
Yeah, I thought so. Boy, no, y'all have no idea how awesome that is. I very rarely know something about history that my brother doesn't know. So that was a moment. Lark, I got you.
Alright.
He's just agreeing with me right now because he knows he'll get me back later. Okay, so anyway, as for what I was saying earlier, where was I? Oh yeah, why I was bringing up Blackbeard in the first place. Excuse me, got the burps tonight. I don't know what's up. Anyway, the reason I brought it up. Oh, I better pick another heavy.
JJ?
Yeah, JJ will work. Okay. So, the reason I brought him up is because when I made my initial prediction, before they even revealed that the pirate hero was going to be the pirate hero, all we saw was the silhouette and we saw pirates running everywhere. I made a prediction that the pirate would be based on Cheng Shi. That was my prediction. And a lot of people hit the comment section saying, no, I don't want a pirate hero who's some Chinese lady. I want a Blackbeard hero. We want Blackbeard hero. And then when the hero was revealed to be Cheng Shi, I said, yes, excellent, I was right. And the response from a lot of people was, oh man, why didn't we get Blackbeard? Where's my Blackbeard hero? Why couldn't we have a Blackbeard look? And I'm sitting here thinking, really? That's what y'all care about? And I had one person, I won't say the name, but he made a comment on my video saying that Cheng Shi was the most overrated pirate in history, and Blackbeard was actually a hero in his own way. And I finally, I'd had enough. I said, okay, here's the thing. Blackbeard, cool guy, overrated as hell. Let's talk about it. So in the video, I took a moment to say, hey guys, to all of you who sat there saying, where my Blackbeard hero? Cheng Shi overrated, Chinese lady bad. I said, all right, here's the truth. And so I took a lot of their arguments about why Cheng Shi is bad and compared them to Blackbeard. Like when they said, Cheng Shi accepted a pardon, so did Blackbeard. The difference was Cheng Shi stayed with that pardon and retired happily. Blackbeard couldn't cut it for a year and went right back to piracy only to die at it. They said, Cheng Shi wasn't really a leader. Cheng Shi only got popular because of her husband's exploits. Blackbeard only ran his piracy on his own for 2 or 3 years at most. The rest of the time he worked underneath another pirate. So you can't even make that argument. And then they say, Blackbeard fought against the oppressive government. No, he didn't. He was a privateer in the original wars for England. Then when England stopped paying him, he became a pirate, never officially declaring war on England, actually attacking many colonies that didn't necessarily have anything to do with England. He was not some hero of the people. He specifically tried to terrify people. Like, I don't know where you're getting that from. Then the follow-up, Cheng Shi wasn't even really a warrior. Blackbeard actually did fight. According to records that I found, some people say that he never even fired a shot until his final battle, because he was so good at making himself such a scary figure that he never had to fire a shot. People would just surrender to him because of his legacy.
All points into charisma.
Correct.
Let's see.
Got him. Anyway, like, I hope that explains why I did that. It was not to piss on Blackbeard. It was not to forget about the other awesome pirates like Black Bart. It was because I was tired of people saying Chungsha is an overrated pirate without really giving her her dues.
Fair enough. Okay, let's see. Okay, I know this isn't entirely relevant to what you're talking about, but will you continue your Crusade Analysis series?
In time. The problem was the Crusade Analysis series really didn't get a lot of user attention, and I had to put my energy where the attention was going to stay relevant. The Crusade Analysis series really didn't get a lot of love. Sorry.
Them's the facts, I'm afraid. Static Ethan asks, you know, do you think a trained assassin would be able to survive direct combat?
It depends on what they're trained in.
Because, I mean, if, in certain cases, like, if you take a soldier and train them to assassinate, then probably, if you... Then again, trained soldiers can die in combat, too. So I guess it depends on the type of combat we're throwing them into.
Precisely. Oh, he knew exactly what I was going for. I don't know how he read me so well, but he did. And Lawbringer got him.
It do be like that sometimes. In a world without gold, we might have been heroes. Edward Blackbeard Thatch, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Yeah, that's the thing. I really do think that Black Flag helped turn Blackbeard into this pinnacle.
No, it was even before Black. He was a notorious figure even before.
Well, no, I think that Black Flag made him into this hero that he wasn't, is my thing. Like, oh, he had notoriety, but no one saw him as a hero up until recent days.
I think they're actually having a degree, like they're having some people sort of like a countercultural revolution that are just like fascinated with pirates. So part of the, like, they justify their reason for liking pirates. Like, oh, didn't you know they were kind of like the heroes, the Robin Hoods of the sea, and they kind of go to like the sort of the free port attempt that Nassau tried to do for a brief period of time, as an example, even though that's giving it a little bit more credit than it truly deserves. Who's breathing so loud? Life is breathing so loud.
It's probably me, because my face is right next to the microphone.
Mine too.
Ah, dang, I've succumbed to my bleed.
Yeah. James Prince, you are right. Assassin's Creed Rogue is underrated. The storyline's kind of wacky, but the gameplay's phenomenal. Hey, Raven and Lark, since you two, mostly Raven, are following Halo, did you know the reason why the ODSTs hate the Spartans?
I don't know that yet.
I think some ODSTs were okay with the Spartans. I know there was like one Legends video that kind of dealt with that relationship to a degree, but I remember they liked me fine in Reach.
Got this one.
Italian Fookers, I apologize, I don't know how to pronounce that last word. I remember seeing one YouTube video of a portable musket cannon. What do you think of it? Would it be able to be a match for the pirate?
Portable musket cannon would be plenty of match for any warrior, I'd say.
It would be a hand cannon.
Yeah, that's what happens. You gank me, I'm gonna try to gank you right back. I don't like it, but I'm gonna do it.
Jaguar. It says the Virgin Historical Blackbeard versus the Chad R6 Blackbeard. You mean Nerf Beard?
Yeah.
for me.
Nerfbeard and his saran wrap.
Hey Raven, is it bad to buy the Shinobi purely for the Naruto run thing?
I wouldn't advertise it.
But if you want to be just a meme lord, go for it.
Oh, good. Okay, you're a smart Zerk.
Matt T explained it. There was always a rivalry between the ODSTs and the Spartans because the ODSTs were top dog before the Spartan program happened, and now they just feel like discount Spartans.
Well, I mean, I can kind of understand that. But the difference is, you got to realize this, the ODSTs aren't super soldiers. They're just elites. Whereas the Spartans are definitely super soldiers. You know? We're about to lose C, aren't we? Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, Zerk. Care for round 2?
Hey Raven, what's the best slice of life anime you've ever seen?
Oh man, I've seen a lot.
Oh, okay, fair. We got you.
How does she keep reading my every move? I thought I bamboozled her. Damn. Whew, okay. How am I doing? 8 kills? Okay, that's fair.
R6 Blackbeard versus Centurion, who got nerfed worse? Oh, that's easy.
Blackbeard, definitely. How did I miss? No, someone explain that to me. How did I miss? Y'all saw that. Y'all saw that.
Okay, what? No. There's an Ubisoft developer group that's watching going, it's just funnier to me that way.
Come on, buddy.
See, now that one.
Ha ha. Bonk. Goodbye. I'm not going to emote spam. I am better than this. I am better than this. Grandpa walks away stylishly.
Raven, best kick in the game.
Best kick in the game is Tiandi's kick. That kick can send you to the frickin' stratosphere. I know it doesn't do any damage, but gosh dang it, I like the style. I think Nina didn't want to debate anymore. I'm sorry for that, by the way.
I think she might have. Oh, here it is. I mean, the facts that you did mention all the spoils and how successful Shun's show was. Meanwhile, Blackbeard, aka Bartholomew Roberts, Bartholomew Roberts did some similar things before Shun's show.
Yeah, he did. But that's why I didn't bring up Black Bart in my discussion. I wasn't comparing Chung Sho to Black Bart. I can do a video comparing the two if you'd like, but that wasn't the goal. I would argue that Black Bart was probably the most prosperous and most successful pirate of the Western Seas. Yeah, but of the Eastern Seas, I would give it to Chung Sho. She had the largest pirate fleet in history. She arguably was the most successful, but we'd have to discuss the criteria of success. We'd have to discuss what makes one person more successful than the other. And yeah, oh, I need to play an assassin, don't I? Who's an assassin that needs work? I was asked to play Revna. Let's take Revna. So I wasn't trying to make a comparison between Bartholomew and Chung Sho. The problem was everyone kept begging for a Blackbeard hero, and I was just trying to point out that Blackbeard is overrated. Some of the things they were saying were not accurate to what Blackbeard actually did, and I just wanted to point that out. But if you want to have a discussion about how Black Bart was a stellar pirate in his own way, and possibly equal to Changsha, that's a great conversation to have. I'd be happy to have that discussion. The problem is no one was having that discussion with me in terms of Blackbeard. People were just telling me, Changsha's overrated, Blackbeard's better, and here's why. And I'm saying, nope, he's not. That was my whole point. I hit him with the gnaw.
You get him in there with the Xi'an, you got yourself a deer.
Yeah, definitely. The land just went from snowy to spring in a half a second. What the heck was that?
Hey Raven, were there any American pirates?
Yeah, I think so.
It depends on what you mean by American. Like, if you mean like were there Americans that were pirates, like American citizens that were pirates? By technicality, yes. But most of the famous pirates, like keep in mind, the age of piracy was before America declared its independence.
Correct. So by the time of our independence, piracy, or at least the piracy we like to think of, was kind of over and done with. Now, if you're saying that were there people born in the Americas who became pirates? Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Because the Americas were controlled by the European nations. So if they were born in the Americas, they were still technically European citizens. But since the colonies were owned by the Europeans, they would have been Americans by birth, but still citizens of Britain or Spain or France or whoever.
Yeah, they're probably the most famous pirate in terms of American history, like when America was a thing. There's probably there was a French pirate that actually loaned supplies and his men out to Andrew Jackson during the Battle of New Orleans.
Yeah, what a Chad.
Yep. Okay, Raven / Lark, if you could, which deity from any mythology would you choose to meet?
Depends on what I want to do with them. Oh crap.
POV, you're getting gay. Yep.
Why'd I do the overhead? I didn't mean to do the overhead. Oh crap.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Crap. Just light it up and stab the toe. That's how the gladiator go. I got a thing. Alright, back into it. Whew.
No, Limoge, neither of us have played Anthem, neither of us really have a desire to.
I don't really want to play Anthem. I have no real interest in Anthem, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Really?
I saw the trailers, I was interested, but then like immediately everyone never touches it, it's not good. So I've had just no desire to actually go out and spend money on it.
Yeah, well, what happened to that emote spamming, Lawbringer? What happened to that?
Remember when
Hey!
Kaisar got ganked?
Gladiator just got his. I love it.
Oh, real question here. Hey Ray, is Kirby a tyranid?
Kirby is the most holy of Christians.
Didn't you guys know Kirby's Christian? Like, do yourself a favor after the stream, go on YouTube. Continue to stay on YouTube and look at Christian Kirby. You will not be disappointed. Oh, you still didn't answer the slice of life question.
Oh yeah, I didn't answer that. Do I have a favorite slice of life? Probably no, if I had to say, the recovery of an MMO junkie.
Oh yeah.
Would that count as slice of life?
I
Yeah, I would say it's probably a slice of life.
can't think of anything else to call on like that.
I guess you could call it fantasy adventure.
Yeah,
But the recovery of an MMO junkie is probably, or is it the rehabilitation of an MMO junkie?
yes, the rehabilitation.
A rehabilitation of an MMO junkie. It's so good. I love that one. There's also My Roommate is a Cat. I like that one too.
There's some of the weirdest names over there, man.
They do. But Rehabilitation of MMO Junkie is fantastic. It hits in all the dorkiest but most sweet ways, you know. Oh look, a gladiator trying to stop B from progressing. You forget, gladiator. I have hyper armor.
But he has a toe fetish.
Oh, we're doing the ballista thing. Okay. Go ahead and kill me. Go ahead and kill me. No, you can't do it. No.
Probably got distracted.
It's a shaman.
Caden Richard says, "Hey, I'm new here. I like Thrawn." Hey, man. Stop the talk. What do you think of the quote, "Everyone dies twice, the first time when you stop breathing, the second time when someone last spoke your name"?
Well, yeah, that goes into the One Piece quote. When Dr. Heroic said a man dies when people forget him. Yeah, I've heard that. I think there's a great philosophy behind that are we truly dead until we're forgotten about? It goes down to this idea that our lives are built around what kind of impact we leave on the world. Like, did we leave the world a better place, like, when we died?
Are you saying, did our death improve this? I think I was pretty bad. I'm glad he's gone. His death is an improvement on this blind existence.
Well, at the same time, think about folks like Hitler.
I still love, like, one person, like, online going, my hero is the person that killed Hitler. Like, how do you tell? How do you tell? Are you going to be the person that rains on their parade?
Ah, gosh.
Hey, Raven. Harnessing my inner boomer, talking to the gladiator by going, "Nice try, Glad. Don't you forget."
Yep. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this one, guys. That shaman is pretty stellar. And plus, I've never been that great at Berserker anyway.
Yeah, Berserker's probably my worst assassin.
Definitely up there for me. No question.
Actually, no, Nushia's my worst.
The problem with Zerk is she's predictable. If you can cancel her combo early, the pressure's not there.
Okay, who's your most hated character? Not like in For Honor, but just like fictional character in general. Oh, Nia just dropped, hold on, I'm gonna have to look at my currency credits because I don't know it off the top of my head. Oh, Swedish Krona. She just dropped...
Wrong button.
Swedish Krona. And a clapping hippo. That was nice. Thank you, Nina.
Thank you for... How much was it?
55 Swedish Krona.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that. And so I guess we've got viewers in Sweden.
Yeah, someone says it's a southeastern Korean currency. It's like, that's not what Bing told me.
It's a southeastern Korean currency?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Swedish, but if you can correct us if...
All right, well, check and see what the currency is for southeastern Korea. I don't remember the symbol.
What is like the Korean currency? They use won.
Yeah, but what's the symbol?
KRW, or a W with two lines through it.
All right, so it's not that then.
Yeah, it's Swedish. Which knight do you think would be best suited for the King Arthur skin?
Warden?
Honestly, maybe Black Friar. I knew the Swedes made Corona.
Dang it! Gah! Filthy gladiator and your dodge fetish? Gladiator is the degenerate of For Honor. He has a foot fetish, a dodge fetish. He likes to touch people with his hands, his dirty, dirty hands. And he doesn't even wear a shirt. If that doesn't tell you he's a filthy degenerate, I don't know what else will.
I'm gonna have to also remind you though that gladiators were, even though did make a lot of money back in Rome, they were the dregs of society.
Indeed. That should always be remembered.
We have a question here. What do you think about a Korean-style faction?
The Wulin kind of already have, like, here's the thing. Koreans' military style and weapons would be too similar to what the Japanese and the Chinese have. So I don't think you could really do that.
It's kind of like how, like, the Knights are the Knights instead of, like, just France, England,
Right.
Italy.
I mean, you could add a Korean hero, but how would you make them and their weapons different, you know? It's one of those things.
It's kind of like how we didn't get a Scottish faction, we got a Scottish character in the Vikings.
Alright, so let me guess. Is this the part where y'all emote spam? Let's find out. Let's find out. Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Oh, hey now.
Good job, fellas. You proved you could team up on people.
Oh, here's an interesting. Jaguar Warrior asks, "Hey Raven, will you review Ruby?"
No.
Sorry, he does not review gemstones of any kind.
I do not review Ruby because I do not like Ruby, but I also don't feel like I want to sit down for a while and just analyze everything I don't like about it. Because frankly, a lot of it's personal. Like, I feel like it was a robbery of some sort. I feel like it was a show that tried to present itself as some kind of cool adventure action serial, and instead it's just following every lazy anime trope I've ever seen. I'm not a fan.
Tell you what, I will add it to the ever-growing list, like the Hunters Association or one of the things from Ruby to a large lamentation list.
If you want to hear someone who really doesn't like it, talk to Hannah. She hates Ruby.
We could just call her up to get a rant.
Ah, poor Hannah. Poor Hannah.
Raven Lark, any thoughts on football? Do you mean American football, or do you mean what the rest of the world considers football?
If you mean what Americans call football, I like it. If you mean what the rest of the world calls football, we played it.
Yeah, we here in the States call it soccer, but we were both, what, solar soccer we were a part of?
Yeah, I played goalie. You played defense, I believe.
I mean, I did. I wanted to play midfield, but no. The coach knew me better since you're going to be. I did well. I didn't like it, but I did well. You weren't a bad goalie.
I did okay.
The problem was you got so good as goalie, when I got into high school, the ROTC team was like, "You're Cliff's little brother, you're Raven's little brother. You go play goalie." Only to find out that skill was not genetic.
Hey, Lark. Did you know that diarrhea is hereditary? Yeah, that shit runs in your genes.
I'm gonna come into that room and I'm gonna beat you.
Dumb jokes. Dumb jokes. I live for them. Don't act like you didn't enjoy that.
Maybe a little. Duncan says one of the worst parts of having COVID, sitting at home with nothing to do. Good thing you're here, Raven.
Hey, glad I can help you out through having COVID. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Lark and I got through ours. Lark went through it once. I went through it twice. I'm alive to talk about it.
Lark, are you going to beat Raven like a redheaded stepchild by chance? Maybe.
Lark, I would love to see you try.
Oh, I'm not going to do it physically. I'm going to do it emotionally. Actually, I saw this great thing about Southern, like how to insult the Southerners. Like, calling Southerners inbred, lazy, been done too many times. It's cliche. Insulting a Southerner's grandma's cooking ability, that cuts civil war.
No, if you insult a grandmother's cooking abilities down here in the South, that's essentially the same as declaring war.
That is the legal term we call fighting words.
Literally, you do not insult a Southern boy's mama or their grandmama. You don't do it.
Just like your grandmother's apple cobbler's dry and your dad can't grill a steak to save his life.
Those words right there those would be the words I write on your epitaph. Those will be your last words on this earth, outside of oh shit, get away, oh shit, please have mercy.
And you would not find a jury down here.
You put me up on the stand. So what did the victim say to you before you brutally murdered him? He said that my grandma's cooking was subpar and my father couldn't grill a steak to save his life. Innocent, cleared of all charges. Let this man go. And even if it's true, you don't say it. Even if your father's steak has the same consistency as the underside of my shoe, you don't say it. We're too polite for that. You gotta understand, down here in the South, there is this level of politeness. We try to be polite about everything. We even insult you politely. Like, one of the common Southern phrases you'll hear down here, especially from women, is, well, bless your heart. Now, you might think, oh, well, that sounds nice, doesn't it? That sounds nice. No, it's a way of saying, oh, God help you. You are beyond help. It's like, oh, bless your heart. That is a Southern woman's insult to other Southern women. It is. I've heard it. My mom has said it. We've been to Walmart. Mom took one look at this woman. I won't describe how she looked. I'm a Christian man. But Mom just said, bless her heart. I'm like, that's all you had to say, Mom. Got him, Hitakiri. Attaboy, attaboy. I'm going back to A. I don't need to. I've got health. Let's go to C. Join in on that parade. How come that's not working? Y'all are seeing this, right? There we go. Oh, okay. And there's the emote spam! I knew you couldn't resist Conka-Dunk. I knew you couldn't resist Conka-Dunk. I admire your Crusader look, but you do not have the Lord on your side. You are a filthy heathen.
Hey Raven, would you like a hero based on Klaus Thordecker?
Based on Klaus Thordecker?
Thordecker.
Thordecker. I don't even know what that is, so.
Like a Swedish pirate, I believe.
I'm not really all that interested.
I have to do more research. Oh, James Price says, the book clerk told me bless my heart. It depends on the context. In some cases, it's like, well, bless your heart. But if they go, bless their heart, you know. Depends on the context.
It depends on the context. Here's the thing. A woman who says bless their heart, they won't say it to your face. Unless they really know you and don't like you. Under most circumstances, they will not say it to your face. They will keep it bottled up because they don't want to. They don't want to hurt your feelings.
Look who crawled into chat. Hey there, Hannah.
Hannah's in chat.
Yep.
What's Hannah saying in chat?
She was just saying, hey. But now you can rant in the chat about why you don't like Ruby, Hannah. I'm expecting a 13 chapter novel.
Wow. Okay, guys. Good job. You are so good at this game. Please don't stop. Please, I don't know why y'all gank. I don't understand it. Why do y'all gank? People might not think you're good. People might get the false impression that you suck. Please don't gank. It would only cement that idea in people's minds that you're absolute tards.
He has a domino symbol.
Oh, that makes sense. His pizza of choice is shit, therefore he is shit.
Could be worse.
True.
So predictable. Back in my day, we treated the people we killed with respect, which you whippersnappers seem to lack. Alright, Springtrap. Hey Raven, have you heard of Ross Draws? He made a book called Nema, and I was wondering if you have any interest in it.
Sorry. Karma felt good for a second. Here, let me take a frickin' load off.
Yeah, take your shoes off. Okay, put up your feet. Sit a spell.
Good job, dude.
Mark, do you know anything about the UC or Wusun? I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar. Well, hey there, Blue Unstoppable. Thanks for joining. I think Raven is going crazy.
Going crazy? I just had a moment. That was beautiful. I love this Yorm. He never follows through on a heavy. He always cancels it into a light zone or a grab. He's very... What's his name? Ramen Noodle 7. Yeah, fitting.
I like it.
Sounds like a weeb to me.
Or just a college student that's broke.
One or the other.
So, how many times have you eaten ramen noodles this week?
Hi! Hold on, buddy! Don't you want to play? What the? Okay, y'all saw that! Y'all saw that!
It'll get better now. Promise.
Dead. Emote spam real quick. Thank you, 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 thank you.
Raven versus Dr. Who or the World Health Organization. You got your work cut out for you now, bud.
Going up to C to help out. Ah, one of them quit. Who quit? The Kyoshin quit. I guess your bad lag didn't save you.
Or that might have been the reason they quit. They got food.
No, I doubt that. It's way too late in the match for that.
Oh, here's a question. What do you think about For Honor matches where it's 16 versus 16?
That'd be a very interesting setup that could go on indefinitely.
I think the only issue I truly have with it is
What the?
how they're handling 44 right now. I'm not sure their servers could handle the strain of the 16. The 16.
What's going on with the lag right now? Holy gosh, everything was kind of lagging a second. I'm not blaming that on why I lost. I was being ganked. I was going to lose either way, but for some reason it just suddenly got a little laggy. That was really strange. I didn't do well this time. 5 deaths, 6 kills. Not good at all.
I unironically use the term whippersnapper. Dang, I'm old. It's okay, bud.
Game! Thank you.
It's like you are trapped. You're not.
The whole game just froze. I couldn't see the signature. Like, wake up! Ramen Noodles has left the session. Hey, when you're a Rep 70 Jormungandr and you can't win, you know.
Raven, when narrating, sounds legitimately like a real show narrator. Raven normal sounds like he's on helium and springs at the same time.
Hey, truth hurts, and I'm in pain.
Remember when I told you about the emotional damage?
No, Lark. Emotional damage! Now, when I narrate something, I really do try to do my absolute best to voice it in the most collected way possible. I try to give off the voice and impression that I think will fit what I need to. But when I'm just streaming, having a good time, just playing it off, I don't care. It's like, I'm gonna sound like how I sound like. It's just what it is. All right, I think it's Gladiator. Gladiator.
You were supposed to destroy the gladiators, not join them.
Well, my gladiator is one of my assassins with the lowest rep, and she's a rep 24. I want to get her up there. Let's go out with Maria.
Hey Raven, were you impacted by the 3 days of severe weather/tornadoes we just had?
We had one day where a tornado came through our area, but it really didn't affect us that bad. It made work a lot slower that night because nobody wanted to go out in the storm, so it slowed things down at work, which I didn't mind. It meant I got out of work a little earlier than normal. But no, other than some pretty severe storms every now and then, it wasn't a big deal to us. Oh, well, one of our friends from church, he did lose his house, didn't he? Yeah, I forgot about him. God, we might need to write him a letter, but make sure he's okay.
Unfortunately, both he and his wife, their parents live in the area, so they're in the short term they're taken care of, and I'm pretty sure their house was insured.
Yeah, good. They'll be able to either get a new one or find a new place soon. I hate that happened to them. Yeah, that sucked.
So it was like not only was their house destroyed, they're in this real estate market right now. Not that they won't be able to afford anything, it's just like there's little that's available.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Ow, my hand.
What are you doing hurting yourself?
Just my hand feels sore. It has since I've been working since yesterday. It's work does that to me.
It do be like that sometimes.
Well, you carry enough things after a while, your hand starts to feel weird. Like a pulled muscle or something. But whatever, it's not a big deal. It won't prevent me from playing. I try not to make physical ailments an excuse for why I don't play well. I just don't play well because I'm garbage. That's the reason. Alright, going to C. Given the fact... Oh, wait, no. One showed up in A. Better go back up Nusya. What are we up against?
Alright, let's see. Raven, if we're honored in the crossover, which IP would you like to see in the crossover?
I'm writing a whole story about it, actually.
Warhammer, maybe.
Yeah, I'd love to see Warhammer. Read my For Honor and Glory story.
Listen to it, whichever,
Wow, that turned into a clusterfuck fast.
Oof.
Yeah, y'all saw that, right? That was kind of insane.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, if they all want to sit in A...
Check out C.
Well, no, I'm going to help out Black Prior in A right now, because he needs it.
Gum Beretta M82. Yeah, really packing some meat now. I hate oranges. Oh, sorry.
There you go, got him.
Would you like to see a Boudica skin for Valkyrie?
What the heck? Oh, dang it.
Anyway, would you like to see a Boudica skin for Valkyrie, a Joan of Arc skin for Female Warden, a Tomoe Gozen skin for Nobushi?
Sure. I don't think they'll do it. These skins seem to be very lore specific, not history specific, so I don't think we'll ever see it, but sure, if they want to add those.
Yeah. I think Joan of Arc might fit better for a female Black Friday, though. But it could work. Gum tactical nuke.
Calling it PC player. Let me check it. Yep. Called it. They were able to react to all of my moves with unbelievable timing. When you can do a frickin' deflect into a light, that's god tier level. Let me see what we're dealing with. Oh man, our Black Prior hasn't even gotten a kill. Their Nushia's gotten 4 kills and no deaths. Hi, Pirate.
One day, Gary, he already has.
What are you talking about?
It's like, one day would you like to fight against one of your subscribers? I'm like, you've already done it.
I have.
Was it big? For a legendary skin for Pirate, we'll probably add something along with a tricorn with your hat to shut up all the Blackbeard fans. That'll make them angrier because they'll go, you just gave us a tease, we wanted the full thing. You want to see Black Flag in an Ubisoft production, go play Rainbow or go play Black Flag, both. Well, Black Flag.
I can light spam too. Took it. We're good.
Fighting orders. Oh. Dang it, shotgun. Oh, where's it? Gosh, now I'm just going gum, wet berries. We'll just gum, AK-47, gum, AC. I mean, I want to see how Luffy would actually come up make a move that would fit those names.
How come I couldn't guard break him on that? Oh, good job, Pirate. You snuck up behind and stabbed me in the back. Very pirate of you. But it just goes to show, some people can't fight on their own, so they hide behind others. Good job, Pirate!
Yeah.
You're just so good.
Have you guys played Deadlands before?
Nope. Next question. Like,
oh, Springtrap with the real one. Gum, holy hand grenade.
exactly.
And on the count of 5, 3, 7, 3.
I'm taking back A. Took back A.
Prime real estate just for the grabbing, I guess. Do you think Gladiator and Valkyrie are best friends?
Why would you assume that?
That's what was one of the questions. Oh, Jaguar Warrior asked Raven, have you and Lark ever written stories together? Also, if you could work as a writer for any entertainment companies, who would it be?
I wouldn't write for any entertainment company just because I think they'd ruin anything I create. And have we ever worked on stories together? Maybe a few times.
I mean, typically I'm more of like an idea guy. He bounces ideas.
Oh, okay. You're doing the ballista thing? All right.
Hello, friends. Vulcan is here, bringing hugs.
Glad Vulcan's here.
Everyone loves Vulcan.
Everyone loves Vulcan. Everyone needs a Vulcan in their life.
Exactly.
God, I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well this fight, guys. Just saying.
Yeah, well, maybe after this we can switch over to Breach.
Let me see the time. We got time for one more, and then we can switch to Breach. What do you think, Lark? You think we should do one more and then switch to Breach, or do you think we should just go straight to Breach?
Yeah, we probably should go straight to Breach.
Good kill.
You never heard of Cock-a-Dock? You don't mess with American boats, Britain's tea, Australia's spiders, or Britain's religion. Fair enough. I don't think the Australians are upset when you mess with the spiders. It's just like, hey man, if you want to live, don't mess with them. Because if you mess with the Americans' boats, we come after you. If you mess with Britain's tea, the British come after you. If you mess with the Australian spiders, the spiders come after you, not the Australians.
Yep. You'll notice this Nucia is just going for lights and zones right now. Well, that's the typical Nucia tactic. If at first you don't succeed, light them till they die.
I think that's just the standard for honor tactic at this point.
Well, not all heroes can light that way. Like, Shaolin can't really do it that way yet.
Not with that attitude.
I did not do well. Well, then that's kind of been the whole motif of the day.
Oh, you did well. You did well as Shugoki.
Yeah, I did okay as Shugoki, I guess.
You did okay as JJ too.
Not really. I did decent, I guess. Not great.
Don't mention the Emu War to Australians. Yeah, probably not a good.
Nah, we'll keep that to ourselves.
Yeah, what the heck? I'll mention it anyway.
Just to see what they do. Alright, well, if that's it. Game, wake up! Thank you. Alright, we'll pull out and go to Breach then if you think it's time.
Yeah, well, it is past time.
Alright, Breach it is. 2 Breach matches. Let's see my... Oh, wait, before I go in... Game! There we go. Alright, cancel matchmaking real quick. I just need to see my orders.
See? James Raven Knight.
What?
You know, the Doge meme?
Oh, yeah.
There's also the Chen's meme, like, which is like the, sort of the, special version of Doge.
Oh, I gotcha.
Do I mispronounce everything? So, Chen's Raven Knight.
Raven Knight. I'm a Raven Knight.
James Price, would you watch Masters of the Universe Revelations for $200? Devil emoji.
For $200? Absolutely.
James, don't you do that. That's not a good use of your money. Do not do that.
Like, the Lord has spoken. Alright, let's see. Who to go?
Asu's fought in both World Wars, but somehow lost to a bunch of birds.
Let's go Pirate. Pirate!
Any thoughts on Shaolin's rework?
I already said my thoughts. I think it's good. I think that what they've done is a cool idea because it definitely helps round out Shaolin better and doesn't limit him as much. But I'll be honest, I've fought some ace tier Shaolin, so I don't know. On the one hand, I'm like, hey, what they did was cool. On the other hand, did he need it? You know? Like, if you ask me who needs it more, Shaolin or Nucia, I would say Nucia. Nucia needs it. And Aramusha just needs to go back to the drawing board. Start by removing that stupid effing hat. And then we'll go from there.
One reason why I think Lad and Valkyrie are to be friends is because they both wield the full weapon, and they have a round shield in their hands.
I suppose you could argue that they could be friendly, but I always saw Valkyrie getting with a Cock-a-Donk.
Yep. They should have called America their experts on destroying wildlife. You're dang right we are.
Oh my gosh, I have all assassins on my team. This is not good. This is very, very bad. Alright, let's do some killing, boys.
Turkish Turkey says, no, he will not get rid of his hat. It is for anime purposes. That's the problem. stuff people forgot about Nusha, just like how they forgot how to make a good story in Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Now is not the time to be drinking.
It was never the time to drink. And that was the problem. Yar, fiddly-dee. Do what you want, guys. That's all right. Oh, wait, hold on.
No, not the house. All limbs need a rework. I'm not sure all.
No, they don't. I think JJ's just fine where he is. I think Sanhu's just fine where she or he is. Another drink on you? Ah, thanks, man. In me, on you. Am I right, bonk? Okay. I like how as he dies from that, he nods at you like...
Okay, Duncan's asking something. Imagine a D&D style game based off of For Honor with Lark and Hannah using your characters, Raven. How would you react?
It would be awesome. Wait, is that a polymom? Crippling vibes! What's up, bro? I remember you. I remember you, Crippling Vibes. Remember, guys, that was the Apollyon from the last stream.
Oh, yeah.
The Apollymom that made it all worth it in the end. Had to get that hug out.
Hug it out, fellas.
That is so awesome.
Raven Siege, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Raven X Apollyon, indeed.
Did you really just do that, Orochi?
You should be ashamed. Matt C, gotta love Sonic beating both the DC and a Marvel movie every time it goes into theaters. Yes, the actual upset. Marvel and DC cannot compete with a blue hedgehog that goes fast.
Yeah, I survived that gank.
Raven,
Bop.
it's your tomboy.
Bop. Bop.
Anthony says, Raven, it's your tomboy GF.
You know, of all the GFs I've had, none were tomboys. They were some of the most feminine creatures. Like, generally, Lark, you remember Duyan? She was afraid of... She was so afraid of...
I would say the closest you got to a tomboy would probably be, for the sake of anonymity, I'm just going to say the one from India, or the one that was of Indian heritage.
She really wasn't that much of a tomboy.
I'm saying she's the closest.
Probably.
And by closest, I mean she was probably the most happy.
Yeah, but that didn't work out very well.
It could have gone worse, honestly.
She wasn't the worst I dated. She was not the worst I dated, for sure.
Speak of her.
You're right, we don't speak of her. Aramusha, play nice.
Oh, Duncan's dad finally made it back to the USA.
Excellent. Glad for that.
Hope he adjusts into his new job well. Raven, don't take RR's hat away from him. That's literally the one thing he has going for him. Just because you called him RR, we are taking the hat away from him.
Yeah, we're removing that now just because you said that.
Your hat privilege is revoked.
I'm gonna go drop a cauldron on that thing. Got it.
I'm just saying Apollyon would either be a tomboy or a god.
By the way, curious, we got about 35 watching the stream right now?
37.
Okay, that's good. It's more than I was expecting. Figured people would have pulled out by now. I haven't gone on one of my rants yet tonight, so people are kind of like, man, where's that?
Well, typically the rants come in when you're actually doing the breach modes.
Usually. But they just kind of happen sporadically, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They have to happen naturally. Like, only once have you had like a really good rant where we had a prompt.
Yeah, like usually it doesn't happen naturally. Usually it like I have to, something has to come up in conversation. Hi, Orochi.
Amir, we are already discussed this. It has to happen naturally.
Ah! Bop! Bop! Stab. Done.
You need to get that like you know the Bop It game. You need to have it with like that.
Bop it. Kill it. Do the same, but better. You know, I gotta admit, I know one person said in a comment that they wanted for the pirate hero not Blackbeard but Jack Sparrow, and it just made me sad because Jack Sparrow is probably the last cool pirate I can think of in recent memory and media. And I'm not referring to One Piece. But God, can we just all admit that even if you don't like One Piece, like let's say that One Piece isn't really your thing, can we just say that One Piece and anime or shows like it are still at least somewhat what I would expect media to turn out on a regular basis? You know, things that are creative, things that are, you know, meant to be enjoyed, things that aren't trying to shove socio-political narratives on you every drop of a hat.
Alright, let's...
Lark. Just like, alright, that was a conversation.
Indeed it was. Let's see. Raven, any progress on the High Guardian Spice rewrite?
No.
I appreciate the honesty.
I'm not really trying that hard, if I'm being honest.
Rant about Ruby's fortune.
Ruby the show? No. I don't.
You watched like 2 or 3 episodes and said, nah.
It bored me to tears. It just bored me to tears.
I watched more of it and I thought it was okay. And somebody said like, hey, so and so dies, and I said, well, that was my favorite character, so now I'm not watching it.
It bored me to tears.
Speak your word, brother Raven. We're working on it. Can you shoot the gun without swinging the sword?
Yeah, but it's a feat. You know.
Raven,
Oh, go ahead.
Raven, do you have a way to make High Guardian Spice better? Or
Yeah, destroy it. Build.
absence is better?
It makes a waste of space look like an attractive alternative.
Okay. Let's see. Well, we already ranted about what Spy X Family is about, how much we love it.
I do want to do a dedicated video where I the first episode or two and just talk about why I feel that that's good writing, because you know what, I think that that's one of the things that bothers me about a lot of media today. The writing is just so terrible. Like, if you were to ask me to compare the Halo TV episode to the first episode of Spy X Family, I would genuinely tell you the silly anime kid show about a spy and his telepath adopted daughter is more fascinating to me than the first episode of Halo. Yes, that is a horrible thing to admit, when you can actually say that Halo, one of the most high-grossing video game franchises out there, lost to a silly anime.
The Spy is actually all hilarious. How can we so why?
It all makes sense now. But yeah, you know, Lark and I were watching, or well, listening to this guy on YouTube talk. He's called The Critical Drinker. If you haven't listened to him, he's very good. Go give him a listen. He's an excellent critic of videos and stuff like that. He made a really good video where he talked about the problem with a lot of movies today and TV shows is that back in the day, movies and TV shows not only were great entertainment and distraction from day-to-day life, they could teach you things. Like, you could learn things from them, like good moral lessons. But in recent years, TV shows and movies have gone so far off the deep end that the lessons you learn genuinely are backwards. Really horrible things too. Like, I know that in my recent video on Raven's Writing Room, I compared the two Mulan movies. But if I were to compare those two in a fundamental level, both are teaching horrible things. One is teaching something really cool. The other is teaching something horrible. Most Marvel movies nowadays are teaching horrible things. The latest Star Wars movies are teaching horrible things. The lessons that they teach. Remember how I made that video about the moral degradation of a society as a start to its downfall? These movies are evidence of that. If these movies are any indication about where our youth are going and what they're going to take into the world with them, that's a scary proposition. That is such a scary proposition. The idea that someone would watch these movies and say, oh wow, I want to be just like that person, and then live that kind of way. It's terrifying. Luckily, most of these movies are being panned and criticized by people, so there is some hope that people can still recognize these are awful. So that's at least something. But as a general rule, I look at these and I just say the moral foundation of what movies used to be. You know, you can you could watch a movie like Lion King. Like take something as simple as The Lion King. Hold on, let me pick my hero for this. Let's go Nibbles. I feel like going Nibbles right now. You could take something as like The Lion King, and there's so many moral messages or lessons you could take from that. Like for example, Hakuna Matata. I know it's a cute song, but I would argue it's one of the greatest lies you've ever heard. You know, Hakuna Matata means to put your past behind you, like you got letting go of your past. And you know, there's some truth to that. There's some validity to that. You can't hold on to the past forever. You can't just let your past mistakes just weigh you down. Absolutely not. Fair enough, right? But at the same time, the past shapes you, you know? Things that happen to you, good or bad, often help make you who you are today. You learn from them. And Simba had to realize that. He can't run from his past his whole life. At some point, he has to confront his mistakes. That's what Rafiki was there to teach him. That's a good lesson for kids to take. You can't run from your errors forever. Sometimes you have to face them. You have to face responsibility. You know? When Simba runs away with Nala to go look at the elephant graveyard, he gets his comeuppance, doesn't he? The hyenas attack him and nearly eat him and Zazu and Nala. He has to be reprimanded by his dad. Sometimes parents give us rules to follow, not because they want to just control us, but because they want to protect us. And not only that, I loved when Mufasa said, Simba said, "You're not afraid of anything." And Mufasa says, "I was afraid that I'd lose you," giving a whole new meaning to fatherly love, you know? Sometimes the people who seem the most fearless and amazing have their weaknesses, have things that make them struggle, you know? Don't trust everybody. Like Scar, the biggest deceiver, you know? Don't trust that man, you know? He wants them. Why did Mufasa trust him? The dude clearly is out to take what's yours. You know, Lion King taught such fascinating, interesting messages, ones that I genuinely think kids could benefit from learning. But then compare that to something like, let's see, what's a good example, like a modern example that I can think of. I don't want to constantly keep using Star Wars as my examples because I've done it so frequently, but genuinely, Rey from Star Wars, there's nothing to learn from her. She's already perfect in everything she does. She gains abilities at the drop of a hat whenever she needs them. In The Last Jedi, when Poe is demoted.
Mulan, you could use that.
What?
You could use 2020 Mulan.
2020 Mulan. Okay, fair enough. 2020's Mulan. Let's use that. In 2020's Mulan, okay, first, let's talk about what the original Mulan taught. That, take the song "Be a Man." Be a Man, one of the most famous songs from the movie. What happens throughout it? Mulan has to learn. She has to grow. She's not great at everything. She has to figure out ways around her challenges without just using brute force. She's not as physically strong or capable as the men, so she has to outwit her problems. She has to outthink her problems, you know? She has to use her cleverness, her wiles, her wits to win. And she doesn't beat the big bad guy by being stronger or faster or more agile. She does it by being more creative. And that's a great lesson. Don't always use the direct approach to dealing with problems. Don't always solve problems by brute force. Sometimes it takes a different way of looking at a problem. Also, just because you're a girl or weaker doesn't mean you can't stand out or do great things. You don't have to stand out just because, oh, look at me, I can kick everyone's butt. No, that's one of the big problems with females in writing today. You know, we insert female characters into writing and say, oh, look at this, isn't this female character just so empowering and strong? She can kick butt just like all the other guys. But Mulan didn't kick everybody's butt. She was like, for example, when Shang gives the order to aim the cannon at Shan Yu, it's a good idea. Take out the leader. If you take out the leader, the body will collapse, right? It's a good strategy. It's something a man would think up because it's a very direct means of solving a problem. But Mulan looked past that, saw the mountain, and said, what if we hit that instead? It was clever. It was creative. It was a way to solve a problem without showing that she's the best kung fu fighter ever. You know? It was a creative way to end the conflict. It was different. It was creative. It showed her ingenuity, not her strength. What does new Mulan do? She's not only as good a fighter as all the guys, she's not only as strong as all the guys, she's better than them at everything. She's born with an innate skill, born with an innate power that no one else has. In fact, the lesson of her movie is you have to hide how good you are. Oh wait, no it's not. You shouldn't hide how good you are because how good you are is going to be what saves the day. No, it's not! I hate movies that say, you're perfect just the way you are. I prefer movies where they say, no, you've got a lot to learn, champ. Like, people like to look at Kung Fu Panda, and say, the lesson of that movie is don't judge a book by its cover. No, it's not. That is not the message of Kung Fu Panda. The message of Kung Fu Panda is not, because what was Po? He was a fat, lazy panda who had a love for Kung Fu but was no good at it. Oh, but that's just the cover. That's not what he really... No, that's what he really was. It took Shifu having to find a new way of reaching him that he was able to become something better. He had potential, but he wasn't perfect just the way he was. If he was perfect just the way he was, Shifu wouldn't have needed to train him. Shifu would have just said, okay, Panda, I believe in you now. You do? Okay, now I'm a master. Boom, and then he's a master. But no, he's not perfect. In fact, want to know something kind of funny? Tai Lung actually beats him. Tai Lung beats him at first and gets the scroll, but he's so confused by the fact that the scroll's blank that he doesn't know what to do about it, and that's when Po gets the upper hand on him. But he wasn't perfect yet. He still had room to grow, and we see that in the later movies. He still wasn't great, you know? And then when you look at the 2020 Mulan, it's teaching a lesson that I think is horrible for kids to take, that there's no reason for you to change. You can be just as good as everyone else around you without trying too hard. That a girl can do anything a boy can do, and I'm not saying they can't. I'm saying there are more ways to solve a problem than the conventional, and that was something that I liked that Mulan handled. The original Mulan. I never had to wonder, oh man, is Mulan going to be able to beat up the bad guys? I wondered, how is she going to overcome this problem?
Yeah, the wise words. You're the wise words of Pastor Raven. Can I get an amen?
Now, my brothers and sisters, today we are talking about how the Chad is the way to go. For as it says in the Brother Book, chapter 5, verse 7 of the Chad Book, verse 17, it do declares that the Chad... No, I'm not going to continue that. That's cringe. I'm done with that right now.
Yeah, we got to write that to get it. We got to write the script out first.
Yeah, I got to get that written out first. But yeah, I think that genuinely the Critical Drinker was exactly right. One of the major problems I've seen right now is that if the movies and TV shows of today reflect our... Who dropped the cauldron? A bot had to have dropped it. Why did they drop it? There's nothing there. Are the bots slowly becoming stupid? Well, anyway, if movies and TV shows reflect the way our modern social and political discourse is going, that's a sad state to be in, isn't it? You know, sorry, it's hard to imagine that we've reached this point as a society.
Meanwhile, on to other topics. Lamoj asks, Raven, what lessons do we get from Narnia?
Narnia is mostly an allegory of Christian teachings. There are lots of lessons to be taken from the Narnia Chronicles, particularly The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which I'm far more familiar with than the others. For example, Edmund, the one who trusted the White Witch, that's a great lesson of don't always trust the person who offers you things, you know? Don't always trust the person who offers you pretty things and speaks nicely to you. They might have ulterior motives. Don't give in to selfishness and anger and vengefulness, because the whole reason he helped the White Witch is because he was jealous of Peter and wanted to get back at Peter. Peter had to learn to be patient with his siblings and also to believe in himself, believe in what he's capable of. Because at the time, he really didn't believe in himself. He didn't believe that he was capable. Susan needed to learn to that it's not always about being right. It's about doing what's best for others or doing what's necessary. Because Susan was this character who always, she had to be right about everything. She had to just point out how everyone else is wrong and how she's right, And sometimes it's not about being right. It's about what is necessary for the time, what is necessary for the whole group, the collective. There's lots of things you can take from Narnia.
Well said. Oh, and this question has been asked a couple times, but since they had a Godzilla sort of event in Call of Duty game, do you think they could do a sort of a Godzilla event in Piranha?
No.
The only way I think they could do it is if they sort of did it like the Jormungandr event, like Godzilla throws something down in the arena and you fight over it. That's the only way I could see that working. Have you ever heard of Bendy and the Ink Machine?
Heard of it, don't know anything about it.
Yep.
I need something to drink, hold on.
Oh, hold on. You gotta buy it.
One of the first comments I got on my new video today, it was one of those Hispanic porn site bots. Posting again. I don't know if it's just a spam random thing or if someone from my old Discord is just trying to be a loser, but it's getting obnoxious at this point. Because this didn't happen so much until after I got rid of those people on Discord,
I think it's just a random thing now.
Maybe so. Let me get this out of here.
Good thing we caught him quickly.
It's a good plan. It's the way it goes.
Spam for days. They're still gonna keep them off the walls.
Keep them off the walls!
Defend the bastion with your lives.
Fall back to the keep! Hugs with crippling vibes here.
Raven, talk about how we can get out of this little dark age of story and art.
Genuinely, the only way we're going to get out of this dark age of story and art is for writers to remember what morality is. To remember that characters are human beings. I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. We try so hard to turn peoples and ideas into just caricatures of what they really are meant to be. For example, white men. When I say those two words, what immediately pops into your head? Oppression, evil, colonizers, Europeans, slave owners. If any of those titles enter your head, well, good job, because that's what a lot of media tries to sell white people as to the masses. If I say the word woman, you might not even know what to say, because the media tries to tell you things are women that might not be women, might not have always been women, could have been women, might be women, or might go by the pronoun zer. I know that sounds offensive, but that's exactly my point. We've reached a point now where it's no longer relevant to tell a good story. It's relevant to see that the current political and social identities are exposed through our stories. It's no longer about, like Mulan is no longer the story about a girl who wanted to save her father, who wanted to make things right, who wanted to find who she was meant to be. Because that, remember Milan's song Reflections? I want to know who I am. I want to know what I'm meant to be. I want to know what I can give to the world. I want to help my father. I want to save him. I don't know how, but I'll find a way. It was a story about a girl discovering what she was meant to be and what she could do with what little she had. Now it's about girl power. Girl do awesome things. Men just don't understand her. Men try to exclude her, but she can be just as good, if not better, than all those men. I have a power no one else understands. Is that good story writing? Well, no, but don't you believe in girl power? I think it's a crap movie. You're a sexist. And she's Asian, so you're also a racist. It's no longer about the story. It's about we've met the required criteria for a diverse female empowerment movie. And because of that, you must like it. If you do not, you are against the narrative we're trying to sell. Star Wars used to be the story of Luke Skywalker, a young boy who needed to have answers about who his family was, but wanted to, more than anything, get off of this planet that had kept him bogged down and recluse for so long, wanted to see the wider galaxy, wanted to understand the world, and wanted to potentially take the fight to the Empire, who he felt had been doing such wrong for so long. So finally discovers that he actually has the potential to do some good in the galaxy and makes the decision, you know what, I'm going to do something different. He takes that step, he follows his goals, he learns about his destiny, he learns the ways of the Force, he studies, he trains, he grows from this wide-eyed farm boy into an experienced, skilled Jedi Master who saw the good in his own father when no one else would, tried to show him mercy and save him, and then the Emperor Palpatine tries to turn him, and through his own conviction became a better person. There's a lot of other stories wrapped up in just that, but let's just focus on Luke's story for now. That's the story of Luke Skywalker. Has nothing to do with the fact that he's a white male, has nothing to do with the fact with religious positions. It has nothing to do with the fact of, meeting diversity quotas or anything like that. It was just a solid story. Then you go to the new Star Wars sequels. What's that one about? It's about Rey. She's so cool and awesome and powerful. Forget about all those men. We don't need them. Her history doesn't matter. Oh wait, it kind of does, until she decides to rewrite her history to decide that it's what she wants to be, because it's all about her and what she needs. It's all about me. 101 Dalmatians. Well, my brother and I were actually watching that recently, the original animated version. 101 Dalmatians. What's it about? It's about two Dalmatians who have this litter of puppies, but this evil, crazy woman wants to kidnap them and turn them into her own coat. So these dogs, even though the humans can't help, decide to take action to save their puppies. They start a barking chain, get all the dogs in London to help them find their lost puppies, then go out on their own to try to find these puppies, and through the help of other animals, outwitting the bad guys, they manage to save all their puppies, and not just their puppies, but all these others that the crazy woman was going to do to them. Now let's look at the modern movie Cruella. The movie trying to take that crazy woman from that first movie and humanize her by making her a sympathetic character. What's that one about? It's about this narcissistic, self-centered, pretentious little pissant woman who says, because she even says in the movie, I'm a woman, hear me roar, at least 3 times. She calls herself a genius, unironically. She steals from people without recognizing how that's bad. Vandalizes things without realizing why that's bad. And you're supposed to feel sorry for her because Big Bad Mean Lady stole from her mom once, only to find out that Big Bad Mean Lady is her mom, so that takes away some of the evil that she's done. It's basic. But if you have any criticism against the movie, you just hate women. Well, why? Because it's a women empowerment movie. Oh yeah, and Dalmatians somewhere in there. Forgot about that. Yeah, there's supposed to be something about Dalmatians. That's not really as important. It's all about me. It's about my needs. In fact, I think one of the worst moments in the Cruella movie, was she was treating Jasper and Horace, her 2 henchmen, who were basically her family. Basically, the movie established that they helped find her off the street, and they became friends, and they worked together. When she starts a revenge plot, she kind of treats them like crap and puts them in danger, and they end up getting arrested. She frees them, but she only frees them so that they can help her pull off one more heist to steal her mom's necklace, or no, it was to get back at the Baroness or whatever. I don't remember. Point is, she tries to get them back on her side, and they say, no, you've been treating us like crap. We don't want anything more to do with you. And she tries to explain all that's happened or what all she's learned, and they're like, okay, that's fine. Glad you learned all that, but we don't care. Bye. And this is the part where she's supposed to apologize, and she never does. She just keeps saying, look, they'll kill me. The Baroness will kill me. Because it's all about you, isn't it? It's not about what you did. It's not about the crimes you committed or the people you've hurt. It's about what's going to happen to you. And then finally she says, I'm sorry, you're my family. And I'm like, nope. If I were Jasper or Horace, I'd say, nope, not enough. You don't need more than that. But it works. They're like, okay, we'll help you out. And I'm like, what? No! No! Stop that! The way to fix this right now is to recognize that people are people. I know that sounds really stupid, but it's the truth. We have turned everything we tell into a narrative story. Into, let's sell this women power message. Let's sell this black power message. Let's sell this white's bad message. Let's sell this Christian's bad message. Let's just sell a message. But you know, good stories don't need to try so hard to tell a message. All you have to do is tell about the experience of real humans in the real world, or in whatever world you want to create, and odds are pretty good a message is going to be exposed, because going through life is all about learning things. You learn things as you go through life, and the real struggles of real people can be a fascinating way to learn about them. That's why in churches we have testimony. That's why people share their testimonies about meeting God, because we learn about more how the Lord works by learning about how the Lord impacts other people. But in these stories, none of it's real. It's all fabricated. It's all nonsense to try to say, look, women can be just as strong as a man. Look, white people are evil. Look, Christians are evil. Look, this political ideology is better than that political ideology. I don't care. Where's the humanity? The humanity's gone. There is no humanity.
Extra.
Probably. Oh, an arm and a leg, I imagine. But you know, good writers know how to take human emotions, human events, human suffering, human triumph, human struggle, and say, can't you see that and learn something impressive from it? No, you can't.
No. But on a little bit more interesting note, someone's asking, have you seen the 2009 live action Mulan? According to them, they claim it's better than the 2020 live action.
I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. Probably, but I haven't seen it. Like, so I don't know anything about it. I only know that I love the original animated movie.
Yeah, that's like top tier Disney right there.
Yeah. It harkens back to a time where, you know, Disney gave a crap.
Yeah, that's instead of basically just, will this make us money, produce it. Back during the Renaissance, it was actually like, hey, I think this is a clever idea, and it will make us money. Let's put some effort into it, boys.
Literally. It's a sad state of things. It's sad to know that my Halo fan fiction is probably better written than Paramount's Halo fan fiction.
Well, I gotta be real with you. Pretty much any of the modern day adaptation stuff, I could probably write myself. Just pretty much write by the numbers at this point. Basically, you're checking off several boxes of making sure this, you know, quota has been filled or whatever nonsense, and there you go.
Yep, pretty much. And that's what I'm saying, you know, it's, have we met our quota? And whether I agree with the quota is irrelevant. When you just found your whole video or movie or TV show on, let's meet the quota of this, I'm like, you have bad priorities. Horrible priorities. It should be about, are we telling an engaging, timeless story that will entertain the masses? When you have to say, well, this movie wasn't made for this specific group, I'm like, what did you make it for then? You must have made it to lose money.
Slanderous, Ray Gaming.
Slanderous in the house. Awesome.
Okay. I wonder if Lark would rant about Fallout 76. She lives in my space for one, so listen, well,
you know, sometime I can teach Lark how to get on and stream like this, and he can do his rants on there. I just might not be around to read chat because I'll probably be, you know, genuinely, Lark, what you could do is, you like playing Total War, you could do Total War, And that would give you the time to not only do that, but also check chat. Like, I can't check chat very well while I'm playing For Honor, but you could do that while playing Total War very easily.
I mean, I'm not great at Total War, so that may not be the best.
It's not about being... well, Lark, I'm not great at For Honor or Dead by Daylight.
You do have your moments. I just finished everything with the Kaisar Legion thing, and now the next game, Lamentations, will be on Skyrim. I can probably stream Skyrim with that happen.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. But the next Lark's Lamentations is not going to be on Skyrim. No, we've already decided what's next. Yeah. We're gonna do a little lamentation.
Whoa.
What? What happened? What? You said whoa. What happened?
No, I said little.
Little. Oh, I thought you said whoa.
I mean, I can say whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's not that I don't have my moments, Jaguar. It's that I am far more scattered than you, and he can attest to this.
Yeah. You do get distracted easily, but when you're focused on something, you will listen. I've heard you rant, son. You know, you have a way of ranting about certain things that boggles the mind.
Not in a good way.
Oh, definitely in a good way. Like, let's put it this way. There are things that do not grind my gears as much as they do yours. But when they grind your... Dude, you can go off. The only thing you're going to have to work on, though, is if you decide to rant on a live stream. Lark likes to pace the room when he rants. You just can't do that. You just can't do that when streaming.
Yeah, and a little Apollyon moment.
Yeah, a little Apollyon moment.
But yeah. Oh, and they're asking if you've your opinion on the Turning Red movie.
I don't really like it. It doesn't really work that well for me.
Oh, speaking of good movies, Isengard says, "Hey Raymond, speaking of Golden Age Disney movies, have you ever heard of Treasure Planet?"
Yes! Oh, what a movie. Treasure Planet was gold, man. Okay, it had its problems for sure, like it wasn't perfect, but dang if that wasn't a gem. Oh, man. I get it, Jim Hawkins. It's whatever. I loved that movie. That's one of those movies that I feel like could have been made into an anime, and I would not have minded one bit.
Or live action.
Yeah, it probably could have been done live action.
That or Atlantis.
I really liked it. I really liked that movie. That was a good one. Atlantis was a good movie. The Atlantis: A Lost Empire. You know, it's a funny thing. I'll tell y'all guys a little secret about me before I started my YouTube career. One of the YouTubers that I follow, Nostalgia Critic. I liked a lot of his stuff. He opened my eyes to a lot about film criticism and looking at films in a new way. Because I had this old habit of just, you know, just kind of going, this film's okay, but I don't really know why it's okay. This film's bad, but I don't really know why it's bad. He opened my eyes into analyzing what things are bad or good about film, and I admired him for that. But I will say this. For a while, I never really questioned the man. I kind of thought, you know, he's got to know a lot about this stuff. But over time, I have been disagreeing with him on a lot of things, including his opinion on Treasure Planet and stuff like that. I kind of had to go, no, I actually think you're wrong about that. And I know, it's kind of like one of those things of, you know, you should feel free to disagree with anyone. And absolutely. But it's more just, for a while, I didn't really feel like I needed to disagree with him on a whole lot. I agreed with a lot of his positions, but, like, I heavily disagree with his stance on the Star Wars sequels. When I heard him actually defending The Last Jedi, I was kind of going, no. I got to disagree with you.
Is it close enough?
What's close enough?
I was looking at you dropping the call.
It was kinda.
Oh, the static Ethan saying the stream was sort of cut off for him on the name of the YouTuber you were talking about.
Nostalgia Critic. Doug Walker to some. Goes under the channel named Channel Awesome. He was real popular way back in the day. Now his popularity is kind of diminished a little, maybe.
He still has a dedicated following. It's just not as big as it was in the heyday.
Yeah, well, you know, my passion for Nostalgia Critic has kind of diminished as well. Now I'm much more engaged with folks like Mauler, Rags, Critical Drinker, ER, people like them. I feel like they do a much better job in terms of analysis and objective criteria. That's my position anyway. All right. We did 3 breach matches. Do you think we should do one more? Are we good?
I think we're good.
All right. I think that's a good place to
start
go.
to wrap it up.
All right. Well, then I did my rant, so I feel like I've met that criteria for the evening. Let's go ahead and start editing some heroes. Let's see what orders I've got left to do. Come on, wake up, game. See, this is what I was talking about when my internet wasn't doing so hot. It's like the game just pauses like this on me a lot. Game, there we go. Oh, I got done with a lot. That's not bad. All right, let's pull out.
Here's a question. LeBeau asks, what's the most unusual movie you've seen?
Unusual. Can't think of a lot of unusual movies I've seen.
Porco-Rosso?
Porco-Rosso was a weird one, but then again, you could argue that many Hayao Miyazaki movies are weird. Spirited Away was a little out there, I'm not gonna lie. No, you want to know? Okay, one that I think really took the cake for me was Your Name. That anime, remember the movie I told you about, bro?
Oh, yeah. That's just an interesting concept. I'm not sure we can qualify it as weird.
Well, it was unique in its idea, you know? It was very unique in its idea. Such an interesting way of looking at time travel, body swap stories. Like, it really did a lot of interesting ideas there, and I got to give it credit for that. Very different from what I was ever expecting. So definitely top tier there.
Oh, you got a new Raven. We got another Raven in the chat. Raven 421. He says, "Did you see the new execution?" Yes, we did.
Yeah, we talked about that at the beginning of the stream, actually.
Spirit Away was a drug trip. To a degree.
Spirited Away was, yeah, it was a little out there. Not gonna lie.
If you have no reference for like Miyazaki movie or anything of that nature, it's like.
That's actually really cool.
Like, imagine if you've never shown somebody a Disney movie and the first thing they see is the elephants on parade from Dumbo.
Yes, that's a great way to look at it. True story. I actually tried to show my parents. My parents aren't really into anime, but I tried to show them like a Hayao Miyazaki movie. Spirited Away was the first one. They didn't get into it. They weren't into it. But then I showed my dad The Secret Life of Arrietty. He liked that one. He actually got into that one. At the end of the movie, he was even like, "Oh, come on! They could have ended that so much better." You're like, we were even having a conversation the next day about it. So he got into that one, but that one was a lot more basic and easy to follow. You know. So you can't start with Spirited Away. You gotta, if you're gonna introduce someone to Miyazaki, you can't start with Spirited Away. You gotta go with something a little bit more grounded. Like,
I think like My Neighbor Totoro is the one they always recommend to start with.
I wouldn't even start with that one. That one's a bit of an acid trip. But then there's also I was asked earlier what's my favorite slice of life anime. I stand by what I said before. It's got to be a rehabilitation of an MMO junkie. I think that's also a weird one, but a very, very good one. A very, very good one. Ranma 1/2 is a weird one, though. You can't look me in the eye and tell me Ranma 1/2 isn't out there, man.
That is pure 80s anime nonsense.
Not even 80s anime. It's just nonsense. Ranma 1/2 is one of the most effed up shows, not only in concept but also in terms of character. Oh my gosh. Every episode is like, what's gonna happen? And okay, One Piece. Can we really say One Piece didn't have its effed moments?
I don't know what you're talking about. Everything is completely sane, rational.
The Foxy arc alone was pure insanity.
Just the full arc.
That whole arc was amazing.
It's just like, whoa, they're floating pins. We're not pins.
It's the best line. And then when he calls him split head and he's like, gee, you're so rude. Every time someone insults him, he just starts losing his mind. Just
want to know what drugs Ogre was on during that arc. Nice.
the best variety.
Indeed.
But that's One Piece, man. One Piece is one of those just weird anomalies. If Foxy was god tier, man. He deserves the One Piece, okay?
They're asking, have you ever watched any of the Underworld series?
No. A lot of that just looked like edgy teenage nonsense. Like, oh look, she's a vampire girl who shoots werewolves. And the werewolf is hot. Nah, I didn't really care for it.
That description, you're going to have to narrow down what you're talking about, I'm afraid.
That's exactly my point.
Hollywood went through a phase.
Yeah. The vampires are hot phase, yeah. They went through it. That's why I said it looked like a teenage girl drama thing. Hi, Ruth. I do need to take a few things down, don't I? Here, let's fix you up, Ruth.
Raven, please give parts 1 and 2 of JoJo a try.
I'll think about it. I promise nothing.
Grandmother that way.
Oh yeah, for those who don't know, our grandmother's, we called her JoJo. Her real name was Joanne, but we called her JoJo.
Yeah, just because we couldn't pronounce it as kids, and of course that stuck.
We don't need We don't need an excuse.
What I still love about it's like when I first heard like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, I didn't know what they were talking about. It's like, why are you talking about my grandmother? Raven, did you know that the Independence Day of Denmark is on April 16th?
I did not know that. Very interesting.
Well, happy early Independence Day, Denmark.
You deserve it. For something smells fishy in the state of Denmark.
Oh, Raven 421 asks, since you were talking about in the previous stream doing a high school drama with all the Quran characters, where would you put Pirate?
She's the tomboy. She's the tomboy of the group. Like that girl who acts tough, but behind closed doors, she's actually secretly a girly girl. She's that one who will walk around like really tough, really gangster, like trying to come up on the other kids, like what's up, that kind of thing. Like you don't talk down to me, that kind of thing. Like got a problem, that kind of. But then when the main guy even looks in her direction, she hides. She goes to the girl's bathroom, goes like, I gotta go take care of girl problems. Walks in and then starts squeeing about how he looked at her. Like the girl who's in denial about her feelings. That kind of girl. Definitely, that's Pirate. That's so Pirate.
Either that or she's a kid that sells drugs in the back of the parking lot.
No. That's Zerk.
That actually makes sense. Hey Raven, how do you get back into something that you're interested in?
You do it.
There you go.
There is no right or wrong way to answer that. It's like, if you're interested in something and you want to rekindle the fire for it, you've got to take the steps. You've got to try to get back in it. Like, for example, there are some things, the passion will burn out. Like, there are some stories that I've written, I have no more interest in writing them. They were a cool idea at the time. I liked experimenting with it, lost interest, I moved on. That's the way it happens sometimes. But if you want to rekindle your fire for something, let it rekindle naturally. Like, for example, I loved Sly Cooper's series. Lost interest, stopped playing it for a while, left. Year or two later, suddenly said, you know what, I haven't played that in a while. I'd like to play it again. Picked it up, played through all the games, had a blast, put it aside again. It's sometimes you just gotta let it rekindle itself. And if it doesn't, it's no shame in letting something go. There are some people who I know followed me regularly when I first started as a channel. I don't hear from them anymore. Their interest in my content petered out. It happens. Sad as it is.
That suggestion is so ass backwards. I'm gonna do it. Amen, brother Ben.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Blackfriar would be the emo kid in
Yeah, he's the emo kid who writes poetry in the corner.
Angst.
Literally, though. I mean, you joke, but literally.
War Mommy would be the nurse everyone has a crush on, but War Mommy always really loves Professor Raven.
Professor Raven? Oh, I'm a professor at the For Honor Academy now?
Yes, by order of me.
It'd be awesome.
Oh.
I thought that the headmaster or principal would be like Griffin.
No. I said you were a professor. You could be like an administrator.
I'll go with that. I've been worse things.
Yes, indeed. Shinobi, head of the journalism club.
Ha!
Itakiri would be that kid that smokes after school. Is Slanderous professor at the For Honor Academy?
Is Slanderous I mean, obviously.
But of course.
Of course Slanderous is a professor.
Marco Yolo is the superintendent.
That actually makes a scary amount of sense.
Oh, Aesthetic Ethan says, hey Raven, I made a quick artwork of you and Apollyon on the Discord server.
I saw that. I'm still processing that information.
I haven't seen it, I'm gonna have to...
Yeah, you'll need to check it out later, Lark. You'll have to check that out later. So apparently Apollyon has a thing for me.
Yep, and we thank the individual that made that possible.
Crippling vibes.
You were playing with him in the last 2 weeks now.
Yeah, you joined in with me in the last 2 breach rounds. That was kind of baller.
Marco Yola wouldn't be in charge of gym class Vita Neon, would be?
Yeah, Vita Neon seems like the right one to be gym leader. I say gym leader, that makes you think of Pokemon.
That is your new like Slanderous did the For Honor tier list. You are gonna put all the For Honor YouTubers in their staff positions at this school.
Oh gosh, I just don't know enough about all the other For Honor YouTubers to do that. I need to
research to do.
I've got research now. I've got to put everyone in their proper place in the school board, you know? And all the For Honor characters are kids at the school. I like it. Shugoki's definitely the fat kid. No question.
The lovable.
The lovable fat kid, yes. And Nobushi is the shy girl with a crush on Warden. Of course.
Popular girl.
Valk's the popular girl. Nushia's the school cheerleader or dancer, you know. Shaolin is head of the Children's Youth Ministry.
Okay, so he's part of the FCA.
Yep. Let's see. Warlord is the hall monitor. I feel like he'd be the one who walks around bossing people.
He's class president.
Yes, you're right. He's class president. And Highlander is the big dumb jock who basically beats up on everybody and takes their lunch money. And Lawbringer is the
He's the hall monitor.
He's the hall monitor. Do you have a hall pass? Like, let's see. Nah, I don't. Warmonger is head of the student council.
No, we already said Warmonger's the nurse that has a crush on.
Oh, I thought that all the For Honor characters were students, and it was the...
Apollyon is you can have one for Warmonger. Apollyon is...
Okay, so Apollyon is a nurse. Okay. But Warmonger herself is head of the student council. Because as we all know, in the world of anime, the student council at any given school is more powerful than a government body. What?
What about Conkadonk?
Conkadonk is, yeah, probably. He'd probably be the class clown. Either that or Orochi. Orochi would also be the class clown.
No, Orochi is the try-hard that everyone hates because he's like, Professor, you forgot to collect our homework. That's Orochi.
Yep. Okay, fair enough. Griffin is, shoot, what is Griffin?
What would a Griffin be? Since I told him, do we give him a higher position?
We'll just make him the senpai. He's like the older student, like the one who, like, he's the wise one that everyone goes to for advice.
So he's the school counselor.
Essentially, yes, yes. Gladiator is that one weird kid, the one that no one talks to. You know, because he has that thing about feet. Yes, yes. Centurion is he's the popular boy. He's the popular boy of the school.
Football cap.
Yeah, football. There it is. Captain of the football team. Peacekeeper is she's not the school slut, but she's the one that she's promiscuous. You know, she has great sex appeal and she knows it.
She's the mean girl.
Yes! Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, I like that. She's the mean girl. Raider is definitely, I'd say, a jock of some variety. Definitely a jock. Like,
he's the best wrestler the team has.
yeah, okay, that's fair. We already did. Nibbles is the special kid.
AKA the school mascot.
Yes! Oh my gosh, yes. Berserker's the school druggie, the one who sells drugs. We already did Highlander. Jormungandr is
Levy is like, I am dubbed peacekeeper cheerleader with knives.
Yeah, no, Nushia's our cheerleader. Nushia's cheerleader.
No, Nushi is the main, she's cheer captain.
Okay, she's cheer captain while I'm on the bleachers. Anyway, enough with Taylor Swift references back when she was good. Jormungandr is shoot, what are you, Jormungandr? Are they the weird kid? Like, we might need to come back to Jormungandr. I don't know.
We'll come back. We don't have to get
Kensei. I'd say the class president, like the one, like he's in charge of the classroom assemblies and stuff like that.
established Warden's that.
No, Warden's the main character.
Oh, okay.
Warden's our main character. Come on.
Dang, Raven, that Taylor Swift comment came out of left field.
There you go. Shugoki is the fat kid, the lovable fat kid. You already did Orochi, and we did Shinobi. Hitakiri is the one the student council sends to punish wrongdoers, the ones who break the rules.
Kid that smokes after class.
Yep. And Kyoshin is the overly poetic one, the one who thinks everything they do is on camera. Like they want to kind of show off in everything they do.
Drama kid.
Yes, definitely the drama kid. Aramusha is the edgy one. He's always like, I'm too cool for school. He's the Nick from Jimmy Neutron. No one can touch him. You know, he doesn't have to do projects because he's just all that in a bag of chips. And Nobushi is the female protagonist who wants to get with Warden really badly, but she's too shy to confess her feelings. Zhang Jun is...
like we established, the rest like Conk. Conk is the class clown that is the main character's best friend.
Right. But Zhang, what should Zhang Jun be?
He's like, he's too old to be a student. You can't have.
Yeah, I know, right? Maybe he should be another one of the staff.
He's
Maybe he's a coach. He's the football coach. Let's make him the football coach. Tiandi. Tiandi is the loud one, I would say. The one who...
That's what somebody said in chat.
Yeah, I mean, they mean well. They're nice kids, but they never know how to use their inside voice. But they're very dependable. You can always trust them to get the job done, but they need to take a chill pill. They're overly energetic.
Also, he or she is part of the dance team.
Yes. And then Sanhu is, they're the kid who's a little bit of a pyro. You just kind of know that that's what they're about. You just kind of accept that. And you let them do their thing. All right, we've just about got everyone other than Jormungandr. So we'll... I got a lot of writing to do.
Yeah, you do.
I don't even know what kind of story I can make out of this. This feels like a cacophony of failure waiting to happen.
No, this will be the most glorious achievement you've ever made.
once I get
Hannah or Jay to draw it.
once I get down the basic premise, I'll try to make a video about it. I'll try anyway. Okay, but anyway, we're all done with that. Are there any other genuine questions to answer?
No, I think we're done.
Okay, I think it's just evolved into the For Honor anime high school scenario.
Okay, I want it, you want it, we all want it.
And the best thing about it is, if it's an anime high school scenario, there's no shortage of the possibilities. Because because in any given anime, the classroom itself is secondary. It's the drama of the school that matters most. What are you gonna do? Okay, anyway, I think that's about it. Before we go, just a few announcements, just to let y'all know. I actually, for the first time in a while, have my Friday off. So I've got tomorrow off. I'll be spending some of that time working on the next video. So expect that to come out later. Lark has finished his Caesar's Legion Lamentation. That will be coming out tomorrow. We've got that scheduled to come out tomorrow. Unless I don't think I'll be able to stream tomorrow. Usually I do try to stream on Fridays if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to. We'll have to see what goes down tomorrow. If I do, great. If not, we'll get around to it. Easter is this coming Sunday, and I work a double that day, so expect that to be a thing. I will be busy with that. And then Saturday, I work the evening shift, so I will be busy all night Saturday night. So expect me to be pretty caught up with that. Next week, I don't know what my schedule will be. They've been changing my schedule a lot lately. I'm still looking for a new job, trying to work this out. I'm thinking about going back into substitute teaching or possibly getting a part-time job at a golf course. There are plenty of those around here where I can mow the lawn or pick up balls off the course or stuff like that. I don't know. We'll work it out. There's got to be something more than this. Oh God, I feel like I'm Belle now. There must be more than this provincial life. Why do Disney princesses always sing about the more things they want? I mean, with Ariel, it's a part of your world. With Jasmine, a whole new world.
Disney understood the idea that we're never satisfied.
I shouldn't laugh at that, but that's so true.
I mean, it's the joke answer, but...
I mean, yeah. The funny thing is, this was a while ago, but I wrote a spoofed version of Part of Your World for Apollyon called,
Part of Your World.
No, I can't remember what I titled it. I've got the song written somewhere, but oh man, I think I did. Yeah. In any case, yeah. Sorry, this whole thing has gone off the rails, hasn't it? Anyway, last announcement I'll make. I don't know what's coming next week. I've got a few projects that I want to work on, but I've also got some stories I want to write. I don't know what's going to come. I really don't. Anything's possible at this point. I'll give you more updates once I know more. Obviously, I always release a Monday update, so I'll have something for you Monday to let you know what's going down. I might have a double Monday again, so I probably won't be available. I'm really tired, guys. If you can't tell from my voice, I am genuinely exhausted. So keep me and Lark in your prayers. These next few weeks are going to be pretty difficult for the channel and for us, but we're going to make it. Okay, that's the key here. We're going to make it. No question. And on that note, thank you guys so much for watching, as always. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment about what you thought of the video and what you enjoyed about it. I always read the comments. Don't forget to check out the Teespring store to purchase some merchandise, because any amount of money from this works. YouTube does not give me enough money to really live off of, but if you ever want me to just drop my work and focus on YouTube full time, that has to change, you know. Give Lark some love. He really helps me out by spending some time reading over these comments and just helping me out with videos and making his Lark's Lamentations awesome to have. And a big thanks to Hannah and Jay, who both do a lot of the art for the channel and for me. Just means a lot that they do that. And a big thanks to all of my followers on Discord and on the channel who stick with me despite all the weirdness that goes on around here. You guys are awesome. Thanks again. Really. All right, in that case, I think we're done. Lark, anything to add, or are we done?
No, I think we're good.
All right, well, in that case, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.
Have a good one, guys.